Alright, let's try it with sound, see if this works. If the solutions are not integers, you might ask to find the two integers between which the roots fall. It's real simple to do that. Alright, you go to the table. First of all, make sure you get the right function in there. Go to the table and look in the y column where the signs change from negative to positive or vice versa. So right in here, signs change from negative to positive. That means the graph crosses the x-axis. Since the roots are the x-intercepts, if it crosses the x-axis, there's the roots. So one of my roots falls between 0 and 1. All right, we can do that for the other x-intercept as well. Look right here. Changes from positive to negative. That means the x-intercept is somewhere in here. So somewhere between -5 and -4 is where the other root falls. Again, it's going to be a decimal, but we can tell which two integers it falls between. All right, I'm not going to do too much with that. We don't need to. Next thing, solving quadratic equations algebraically. We're going to do the quadratic formula now. We're going to talk about completing the square later on, probably tomorrow. You should know the quadratic formula. Okay? Putting that b in parentheses keeps you from making mistakes in the calculator. All right? And the b's, the a's, and the c's all come from standard form of the quadratic equation or quadratic equations set equal to 0. So the first thing you have to do is make sure the equation is set equal to 0, then you can continue. If you multiply both sides by -1, that is going to make ax squared positive, and all that does, it just makes the equation a little easier to work with. So plugging in the numbers into the quadratic formula. Since the variable we're dealing with is t, it's t equals, instead of always being x equals -b plus or minus, so on and so forth. So positive 15 plus or minus inside the square root is 345 all over 2 times the a value of 2.5. Since we're being asked to round to the nearest hundredth, we want to take this intermediate step and go farther. So I'm just going to take it out 4 places. Go past the hundredths here, and then round to the nearest hundredths at the end. 15 plus 18.5742 all over 5 is 6.71. 15 minus the 18.5742 all over 5 is -0.71, both rounded to the nearest hundredths. Okay. Be careful entering numbers in the calculator. Watch your signs. That's where putting the B in parentheses helps out. Watch your signs with A and C. What would you do first here? Get the equation set equal to 0. Set up your quadratic formula. Okay, this one works out nicer because 961 is a perfect square, so you get a nice whole number. Our answers are going to be nicer than they are over here, and by nicer I mean we're going to have either simple decimals, which can be turned into fractions, or a whole number. So negative 13 plus 31 over 4 comes out to be 9 halves, or 4.5.